Okay, let's get stuck in. 9 lives have got the dream bracket today. They've already eliminated Gen G. Now they can advance to top 6 and probably play against Evo tomorrow. So this is insane. 9 lives could essentially lock the major if they can win 2 series. And this is a must win. They cannot lose this. You've just eliminated Gen G yesterday. You can't lose to Netherlands Canada. Yeah, they've scored already. Kofer's been he's been very good. Remember, this guy's he's basically replacing LJ, and he's doing a great job. LJ's a tough player to replace these days. Another reminder, in case you weren't here yesterday, we put out a back post rotation video on the Next Rank YouTube channel, so check that out if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Next Rank YouTube channel for weekly content that will hopefully help you guys get better at Rocket League. Give me a 2 in chat if you've already watched the Next Rank back post rotation video, or rather, don't back post rotate all the time video, because we think back post rotation is overrated. Some people like talk about it like it's going to make you into the best player in the world. Oh yeah, just rotate back post and you'll be amazing. Wrong. That's not going to make you the best player in the world. That's just going to make you really passive by default. So yeah, watch that video if you want to have a better understanding of why, you know, back post rotation is overrated. Show it to all of your friends who are complaining about your ball chasing. Yeah, the video was based on a Reddit thread that we saw, which essentially said that the only way to rotate out of attack in 2s is back post, which is just insanely wrong. You don't even have to be exceptionally high level for that to be wrong. Completely wrong. Yeah, the whole comment section of Reddit was saying you need to back post rotate when you're out of the game in 2s, which is absolutely wrong. Yeah, check it out. We're dropping a video a week, at a minimum 1 video per week on that channel. Absolutely free content with the Next Rank.
Now Hoxer is calm there on the backboard. You can see Hoxer with a lot of boost as well.
So 9 lives are looking good. This is probably a sweep if they play up to the usual standard. Netherlands Canada are not a top 8 team in NA. They are here because they upset Shopify yesterday. Their path was their path was like this. They beat What's Up and Shopify in Game 5 to qualify here. That was their run, which is not like an insane run. Beating What's Up is whatever, and beating Shopify, I mean, Shopify's floor is super low, so, I mean, Netherlands Canada not looking like they are actually a top 8 team here. It's more that Shopify can't win consistently against teams they're better than. Whereas 9 lives, a lot more consistent. I don't expect them to have problems where Shopify did. Threes, you can see back post, not 2s. Yeah, 3s is more viable to back post rotate, because usually you've got 2 teammates in defense, so you don't need to rush back and help. It's better to go back post and stay, you know, in a more open position. Will Jack be here today? He might join later. I know he wanted to start off stream today solo, but wow, 4-0. Yeah, we might talk to Jack later. Let's see. Oh my goodness, Falcons are up 6-1. Okay, Falcons are in the final. Falcons are in the final.
And you love what Kofer did there as well. Not only did he get the 50 at the start of the play, but he delayed that shot.
Especially in 3s, until you get pro, back post rotation is so important to not have that much double commits. I don't think it's that deep. I mean, if you're in comms with your teammates, you really don't need to back post rotate to avoid double commits. Like, double commits are pretty easy to avoid if you just understand that cars can turn around. Like, a lot of the double commits that happen in 3v3 are because one player wants to, like, turn and hit the ball, and then another player wants to just come from deep and hit the ball, and they don't anticipate their teammate turning to hit the ball, so they just go in from deep and bang into them. But as long as you remember that Rocket League cars can actually turn around, you're not going to double commit from deep as often. Yeah, like that being said, there are sometimes, well, there are quite often players who rush to force every single play. My goodness, 9 lives, you're just destroying them. This is insane. Yeah, but people are ball chasers. I would rather play with a ball chaser than with somebody who rotates back post all the time. Genuinely, I would rather play with a ball chaser than somebody who rotates back post all the time. Not even a shadow of a doubt in my mind. Somebody who rotates back post all the time is so frustrating to play with because they don't do anything. They just leave. They just go hit the ball once and then they leave. And they're not doing anything. They're not pressuring the ball. They're not ready to follow up on anything. They're just leaving to get boosts over and over and over again. And that annoys me so much. I just feel like I'm alone on the pitch, having to do everything. I'm like, okay, great, I guess I'll challenge again so that you can, you know, get a free ball with your 100 boost. And, oh, what are you going to do with that 100 boost? Yep, give the ball away, then you're going to leave again. Okay, I guess I'll challenge again. You know, it's just like, I feel like I have to do everything if somebody rotates back post all game. But the biggest mistake with ball chasing or near post rotation is doing it when your teammate behind you just has an absolutely free ball. Now what I mean by that is if your teammate is, you know, back in third man position and they clearly don't want to challenge because it would be risky, they want you to challenge on your recovery so that they don't have to, then yeah, you should go for it because they want you to challenge. They're trying to play after your touch. So yeah, you go. But if your teammate is back in third man position and the ball's going to them and it's absolutely free and uncontested, there's no reason to cut that ball. And some players will make the mistake of trying to like cut rotation all the time, and they'll cut the ball, they'll cut rotation and take the ball sideways when their teammate in third position just had a totally free, like, booming touch. Like, absolutely free, uncontested ball. It's either like just rolling at them, they can chip it up, or it's like about to bounce, they can smash it. That is where you don't want to near post rotate and cut them off, because your teammate just had a free touch. Most of the time though, your teammate in third will not have a free touch. They will actually be getting beaten to the ball, and you cutting it, cutting a rotation and playing the ball is helping them because they don't have to risky commit. Yeah, I saw Macaroon tweeted, big Macaroon there, tweeted about RL. Yeah, it does sometimes feel when you play ranked like your teammates are going when they shouldn't and not going when they should. That's a very common problem that a lot of people encounter. Not a lot you can do about that. You just have to play on and try to stay calm. They scored early and often in the opener. We'll see if Knack can kind of level the playing field a little bit now that they've seen what. No French person's happy. It's only the outsiders. Why are the French? I mean, obviously it's political, and Macron is a bit like controversial. I don't want to turn this into French politics chat, but why are the French Rocket League community not happy about him tweeting? Why is that? Why are they not happy? Like, even if you don't like politics, French politics, or excuse me, French Prime Minister, surely you should still like the fact that that tweet exists. Yeah, Macron, yeah, same guy. The Macarena guy. All publicity is good publicity. I have no opinion of Macaroon. Macarena, the Prime Minister of France. Don't care. I have zero opinions about French politics. Couldn't care less. But it's kind of cool that he's tweeted that. Some people think it's just a naked PR move. You think it's just trying to gain aura? Is he just trying to gain aura before an election or something? I don't know what's happening. Have the French been protesting again? Oh! Netherlands and Canada are up 3-0. What's happening? 100% PR. What are the French protesting about now? Did they increase the price of baguettes from €1 to €1 and 1 euro cent? And every French person's out in the street protesting. I don't blame them. KC fans protesting. What is happening? This series is so bad you could convince you that it's Europe. That's a compliment. Grimy Rocket League. The series so grimy, so dirty that it could be confused for Europe. Only the grimiest, dirtiest, ball chaseriest Rocket League. Look at 24B, thanks to the 13-month Prime. Jocko Man, thanks to the Prime. Not gonna lie, as an NA fan, I'm very concerned about our depth. I remember Justice being good in RLCS Season X, now he's top 8. The issue for NA depth right now isn't that there isn't, it's not that there's a lack of new players. There are new players. There's Space Station Gaming. You've got Kofer's a pretty new player, 5up. A bunch of new players. I'm probably forgetting some right now. Wavy. Skippy's team. There's a bunch of new players right now who are on the rise in NA. But the issue with them is that none of them are consistent. They're all super inconsistent. Like one event they're doing really well, the next event they're just nowhere to be seen.
I think you could have argued played a little more passive last season. Might not have actually made this adjustment last season. Much more effective on the offensive end.
What about when your teammate cutting can't win 50s, then you're just left in a 2v1 all game? I mean, sure, if your teammate cuts to try and win a 50, as you say, and he loses it, that's not ideal. But you know, if your teammate cuts and loses a 50, the ball's probably going to you if you're behind him, because he lost a 50. So surely you're ready for it. One mistake that a lot of people make when they when their teammate cuts in front of them, I might need to get a diagram for this. I might need to get a diagram. MS Paint time. I'll prepare it on my other monitor and I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. I'll show you a common mistake that people make when they see their teammate cutting.
And especially favors Knack because it's not a team in 9 Lives that's used to physical play. They have not been demolished much. They have certainly dished it out plenty. They're third in the tournament in demos per game. And Knack comes right behind them.
I mean, yeah, your teammate cutting and losing a 50 shouldn't be bad. It shouldn't be the end of the world. Okay, 1 goal difference.
Putting it around that defender. It was so close, just out of region. Kofer is the player you want in that shooting position. And that 3-goal lead has been whittled away. 9 lives. They just got 1 more to put in before we'll be...
Right, I'm drawing a beast of a diagram here. You guys are going to love this. I think this is going to be eye-opening. Okay. Oh, Matt is Drewy. Where did I pick up that hoodie? I can't remember the brand. I actually can't remember the brand. Let me see if I can. Can't see it. Well, I'll have to check. Hold on. I need to check what the brand is.
When you are in that third-man spot, ready to take a shot, and even that backflip pass that was awkward off the back wall, all around, great passing from Justice.
Kofer tried to read that from Taroko. Hoxer's got a little bit of time and space to work with, but
all right, I'm probably saying it wrong because it's like some French word. It's drôle de monsieur, D-R-O-L-E de monsieur, M-O-N-S-I-E-U-R. But the O's got like a little hat on it. Don't know what that means actually. It's got a wee hat on the O.
Yeah, this one is over, and that hesitation so effective when you have the players who are willing to take a little bit of a risk.
You appreciate the effort. Hey, no problem. I got you.
Slow played the hesitation.
Means funny mister. Just means machine wash in French. No, it doesn't.
You make the other team feel silly.
They almost didn't score. I missed it because I was trying to find out this brand name. Is Atomic the NA GOAT? It's close. It's like Atomic, JNaps, Garrett, Justin, Squishy is your top 5 in no particular order. But I still think the NA GOAT is probably Garrett G. I think Garrett's the GOAT. And I think the main argument, if it's not Garrett, is Justin. Because Garrett has the longevity, and then Justin was probably the best player for the longest period of time. There was like probably a year and a half where Justin is in the conversation for best player in the world. Maybe 2 years where he's in the conversation for best player in the world, I would say.
To victory, and this is what you're going to need to see more of.
I don't think it's Squishy because he wasn't. I mean, so when he played in NRG, he was playing second or third fiddle most of the time. And when they won Worlds, he was. They all played really well. Gimmick, Torment, and Squishy all played really well. Think back to like Justin and Garrett at the World's performances they had, like second place season 5, season 8. You know, I think they're doing a lot of lifting there. But I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Garrett's the GOAT for NA, and I think the main competitor to him is Justin. But it just depends what you value. Do you value more like longer time at the top, or do you value a higher peak? Because Justin's peak was definitely higher than Garrett's, and he had a longer peak. But Garrett's consistency is unrivaled, like outrageous consistency. He was the best player on his team at Season 1. He was the best player in his team Season 2. He was the best player in his team Season 3. Season 4, he's still the best player in his team. Not all those events went really well for him, but he was individually very impressive at all first 4 Worlds. And Season 5, he was like phenomenal. I think Garrett had a great event. Season 6, NRG as a whole didn't have a very good event, but I mean, it's just like unbelievable how long Garrett was in best in NA conversations. It's crazy. It's easy to forget it if you only started watching Rocket League like in year 2 or 3. Wait, Netherlands Americana are winning. But if you weren't around since Season 1, you can't understand how long Garrett has been this good. He was insanely good in Season 1 on a team that weren't supposed to be doing very well. They weren't even supposed to qualify. Most people didn't predict they would make the LAN in Season 1. But they did, and it was Garrett who was the best player. He was the best player outside of like Kurnovi. I mean, honestly, that's it. I think Garrett was probably number 2 to Kurnovi at Season 1 for NA. Like, Overzero, Lachinio were pretty good as well, of course, but yeah, Garrett was very, very impressive since the very start. And then you reach like Season 8 and he's still one of the best in the world. Season X in North America is still one of the best in the world. Stockholm still, like, you know, making grand finals. Like, it's just insane. Absolutely insane how long he was like in a top performing team, and he's a heavy lifter in all the teams he's been in. All the teams Garrett ever had success in, he was a heavy lifter in the team. He wasn't like, I don't think he's ever been the worst player in his team ever for his whole career, which is insane. Yeah, JNaps and Squishy came a little bit later, and then obviously Atomic came even later. But yeah, JNaps came in Season 3 was his first RLCS season, and then I think Season 4 was Squishy's first RLCS season. That was the one where they made it to 3rd place. And he had the famous ceiling shot in the lower bracket final, where I think they lost to Method. That was the lower bracket where he did that, right?
just off in terms of their synergy.
Yeah, JNaps was hyped up before he got the G2 contract. Like he was insanely good.
Another rough start here, but the positive news for 9Lives fans.
Yeah, Atomic has the best chance of being the undisputed NA GOAT because he's still at a very, very high level. Like Atomic's level right now is, he was the best player in Event 1. He's been the best player for NRG this season so far, and they're the best team in North America. So Atomic could definitely become the undisputed NA GOAT. I think it's more likely than someone like Justin or JNaps adding to their list of accomplishments. And then, of course, Garrett and Squishy have both retired, so unless they unretire, which is unlikely, they're not going to be adding anything else to their list of accomplishments. That was my top 5, though, no particular order. Garrett, Justin, JNaps, Squishy, and Atomic. And the only reason Justin, I think, is... Oh, nice bump. The only reason Justin, I think, is Justin's a really unique one in the NA GOAT conversation because he was undisputed best player in the world for a while, I think. No, I mean, maybe you guys would dispute that, but I think he was one of the only players in North American history who's been undisputed best player in the world, which is crazy. Who would you guys say was undisputed best over the years? Like, I think Season 1, Kronovi was the MVP, but I don't know if anyone would say he was undisputed best player in the world, because that was kind of a surprise that they won that event. And I think most people would say Cuxer was still in the conversation for best in the world. I think the first undisputed best player in the world was Cuxer. And I mean undisputed, nobody disagrees. I think only Cuxer. And then after him, Devo. I think Devo had a stint as undisputed best as well. Then you could also say I think K-Dop had a stint as undisputed best because he was the best player on the best team. I think even the Gale Force Dignitas player, team themselves, said that. And then I think Justin had a stint where he looked like the best player. I think everybody kind of disagreed. Yeah, Justin's the best. Then probably Chaussette. I think Chaussette had an undisputed best stint. Justin might have had another one at Season 8. Oh! Taroko with an incredible own goal. What is he doing? Oh no, there was no one anywhere near him, bro. He had so much time. Matt was going to be there. Matt was going to clear it. Oh, that's painful. Taroko just... I think that's the best rebound of his career. Has he ever done that in attack? Taroko's a very defensive player. I think that's probably the top 2 Taroko rebounds of all time, and it's not 2. Unreal. What a read. Oh yeah, JNaps might have had an undisputed best. What do you guys think? Players throughout history who are undisputed best. Cuxer, Devo, K-Dop, JNaps maybe. The reason I say maybe is because that was also when K-Dop was doing really well. Really well. And Gale Force were kind of dominating. But JNaps maybe. JNaps Season 9, bro, it was online. There's no undisputed best in online Rocket League.
Yeah, you're tuning in, you're thinking what just happened?
Yeah, maybe JNaps. But I'd say definitely Justin. Cox, Devo, K-Dop, Justin, Chaussette,
truly a head scratcher because this
Monkey Moon,
I was thinking what we were going to see was
Vatira,
somehow pull it off and see a
Zen.
timeout called by 9Lives.
I think that's it.
So, to see that,
I think that's the only players I could say. Whole scene in Rocket League, EU scene, French scene, NA scene, everybody agrees. This is the best player. You think Scrub Killer? Scrub Killer is he was in the conversation, but I don't think he was ever undisputed #1. Because when Scrub Killer was in the conversation, so was Fairy Peak. So was Justin. You know what I mean? Not undisputed. First Killer? No, First Killer's never been undisputed. I don't think you guys understand what undisputed means. It means nobody's disputing it. Beast Mode was in the conversation, but I don't think he was ever just the best. Because his best, Beast Mode's peak, coincided with Zen still looking like the best player in the world last season. So it's disputed for that reason. Oh, okay. Yeah, 9 lives are going to win. Like, you guys are just misunderstanding Undisputed. Beast Mode was in the conversation for best player in the world. There's, if we change this conversation to who's been in the conversation for best player in the world, that we'd have to say like 50 names. But we're talking about who has been undisputed best. I don't think even T-Bates said Beast Mode was undisputed best at any point last year. That should tell you all you need to know. If not even T-Bates is saying that Beast Mode's undisputed, then he can't be the best undisputed. Because Zen was way too good at that point when Beast Mode was peaking. And yet, the player right now with the best chance of being undisputed, oh, what a shot, is Hoxer. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? No, it's Drally. Yeah, Drally could be the next one. Yeah, we're talking globally, undisputed. Everybody agrees this is the best player in the world. That's when you have an undisputed best. Right now, Drally's closest to being that. But not even Zen is undisputed best right now. Right now, there's no undisputed best. There's a conversation about who the best player is. It includes Zen and, well, mainly Zen and Drally. They're the 1 and 2 at the moment. I think that's the names that are currently being disputed. But yeah, we probably won't have an undisputed best until the next LAN. If Drally and you know, KC just win the next LAN and Drally puts up a good performance, he's probably the undisputed best. On the last first touch, Bates says Zen is undisputed. I don't think Zen is undisputed right now. Drally's playing too well for Zen to be undisputed. But Zen was undisputed for about a year. There was a solid year from Zen's, right after Zen's debut, until maybe Regional 1. Didn't Vitality win Regional 1 of Split 2 last season? Zen looked like, yep, that's still the best player in the world. So pretty much like 9 months, Zen was undisputed. And then he started to become disputed towards the end of last season. But he was still in the conversation. Like, there was never, like, from the moment Zen no longer was clear #1 in the world, there hasn't been a clear #1 in the world. It's just no one is clear right now. Zen is still in the conversation. Yeah, I think most of you guys kind of understand what I'm saying here. It's not, I'm not saying that players like Beast Mode, players like TRK, players like Kurnovi Season 1, I'm not saying that these players were never in the conversation for best. I'm not saying Gimmick, Squishy, Torment, Turbo, who else? I don't know who I've probably forgotten. Astral, JNaps, Yan. Yeah, I'm not saying, yeah, Fairy Peak. I'm not saying that these guys were never in the conversation. They've all been in the conversation for best player in the world, but none of them have ever been like undisputed best. Like Cuxer, Devo, K-Dot, Shawset, Justin, Zen, Monkey Moon, Batira. There was also a moment where it looked like Seiko was about to become undisputed best, but then they lost the LAN. Like, Seiko online was like the guy, and then they pulled up to LAN and lost to OCE. Batira, when was he ever undisputed? Are you joking right now? San Diego. I don't think a single person in the world would have come out of San Diego and thought anyone but Batira is best in the world. What do you guys mean I'm sneaking in Batira a lot? What are you talking about? Right before Zen, it was Batira, #1. Oh, nice shot. Okay, they're still way back, but nice shot. Shawset was undisputed when he invented the Fennec at DreamHack Valencia until the end of that year, pretty much. Maybe not the end of that year, but for a few months, everybody was like, yep, Shawset's the guy. Def not undisputed for Batira. Who else was in the conversation for best in the world? There wasn't a conversation, it was just Batira. When Batira and KC won the San Diego Major, who else was potentially best? No one. Therefore, Batira was undisputed because there was no one else. Unless you guys can give me a name. Itachi? No. Online maybe, but at LAN? No, it was clearly Batira. First killer? No, not after the LAN. It was like so clear that Vatira was #1 at that point. So clear. Everybody was like, yeah, Vatira's the best. And then Zen came along and everybody agreed, okay, Zen's the best. But I don't remember at the time where Vatira and KC won the San Diego Major, I don't remember any other name being brought up in Best in the World. It was just Vatira. None of the names you guys are typing in chat were being discussed as best at that point. Rettles, okay. Yeah, you guys are just trolling. Torment on Season 6. The problem about Season 6 is that I don't think anyone can even agree on who the best player in Cloud9 was. Never mind best player in the world. We can't even decide at Season 6 who the best player in Cloud9 was. Depending who you ask, you're going to get 3 different answers. You ask people who was the best player in Cloud9 when they won Worlds, some people will say Gimmick, some people will say Squishy, some people will say Torment. What does that tell you? That no one is undisputed best in the world. If you can't even decide who's undisputed best in Cloud9, how are you going to decide who's undisputed best in the world? Overall, throughout the entire team's history, Squishy was their best player. But when they won Worlds, which is when they were the best team, that's when, you know, they were the best team when they won Worlds. There was no clear best on the team. Never mind in the world. I thought that the Torment MVP was one of the absolutely fair MVP awards. There's been a lot of suspicious oh, that's another goal. Oh my goodness, they nearly conceded. There's been a lot of MVPs at World Championships over the years that have not landed on the right player. Like, no offense to the people I mentioned, but Season 1, Kronovi was the MVP. He didn't get it. Season 2021, Stockholm, Monkey Moon was the MVP. He didn't get it. There's probably more I'm forgetting, but there's lots of times where the MVP didn't go to the best player. I think probably Fairy Peak was Season 7. He didn't get it. Yeah, Season 8 should have been Justin. He didn't get it. But in a very often badly assigned reward or award, the Season 6 MVP going to Torment is one of the better ones. It's one of the better MVP assignments. Joyo, yeah, Vatiro is probably best at that one. Crowd kind of like trolled though, because the crowd all said Joyo MVP, so they had to kind of give it to him, or else it would have been like the most flat. Imagine they're just like, whole crowd's going Joyo MVP, and then they're just like an MVP Vatiro. It would have been really bad. So yeah, the crowd kind of like put them in a tough position at that point. I can understand that one. Not a lot you can do there, you know. Also, I don't think any money was awarded for it, so it didn't really matter. Oh yeah, the crowd cheered Turbo as well, Season 5, true.
Well, the two schools of thought here, right? I mean, on the one hand, you can't take it here, so you almost might as well call the timeout. But
what do you guys think about that? One in chat if you think Torment's MVP award was totally justified. I think they could have given it to anyone on the team, and it would have been fine. Torment, Gimmick, Squishy, I think they all did great. It's kind of like the last MVP in the last Worlds going to Exotic. I think they could have given that one to Exotic, Monkey Moon, or Drally, and nobody would have thought, that's weird. That didn't look like an MVP performance. Like, they were all very comparable in their contribution. Last season's Exotic, Drally, Monkey Moon, and Season 6, Squishy, Gimmick, Torment. Very comparable performances, so yeah, whatever. MVP Torment, sure.
And that's looking likely with how things have been.
I think it's fine. Who's the GOAT? I still think it's K-Dot, but not by much. I think Monkey Moon will become the GOAT very soon. But I still think it's K-Dot. People are very keen to, you know, reassign GOAT status to Monkey Moon as soon as possible. But I'm still thinking K-Dot, just by a fraction. How am I robbing Turbo? I'm not robbing Turbo, bro. It's just, I think K-Dot's individual accomplishments that he got versus Turbo's individual accomplishments. I think he comes out ahead. I've got my number 1, 2, 3 right now is K-Dot, Monkey Moon, Turbo. I think Monkey Moon splits the previous top 2. I've got Monkey Moon 2. But yeah, it's very close. I think if Monkey Moon I'll even say, like, if they just finish, like, top 2 at the next major, then he's the GOAT. I like, another major grand final would be enough. It's that close for me to overtaking K-Dot. But if he just came second at a major, I'd be like, yeah, Monkeyman's the GOAT. That would do it. He's done it. Like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, that's insane. How is he still making international major grand finals?
Might have been able to just turn on that shot, but I think was surprised that no one from 9 Lives.
Monkeyman's won 4 lands. He's won 2 World Championships, Stockholm, and Esports World Cup. K-Dop, I can't remember how many lands he's won, but he's won 3 World Championships. He's come second at 3 World Championships. Monkeyman's got 1 second place at Worlds. And K-Dop's also won EU Online Regionals 6 seasons in a row. He also won RLCS Season X Online by beating Monkeyman. Came second in Season 9. Won the, what was it called, the Spring Series or whatever it was. Yeah, K-Dop's list of wins is crazy. His trophy cabinet is, like, ridiculous. Yeah, there used to be 2 Worlds a year, but still, he won 3 of them, came second in 3 of them. He made Worlds Grand Final 6 times in a row. K-Dop made Worlds Grand Final 6 times in a row with 3 different rosters. His first Grand Final, second place, was with Mystic and Fairy Peak. He then made 3 consecutive Grand Finals with the greatest team of all time. And then he made 2 consecutive Grand Finals with Scrub and Fairy Peak. Like, people are very fast to forget how long K-Dop was in top 4. Monkeyman did the same thing. 3 years of consecutive Grand Finals. K-Dop and Monkeyman are very... that's why they're so comparable. They both made Worlds Grand Finals 3 years in a row. Every Worlds for 3 years in a row. Grand Finals. K-Dop 6 times. Monkeyman 3 times. But online, they're also both incredibly dominant. Monkeyman in RLCS Season X. K-Dop from Seasons 3 through 9. And also RLCS Season X. He won RLCS Season X, for goodness sake. So, yeah, I think K-Dop just barely stays ahead. Oh. And they have so many second places at, like, international events like DreamHacks, X Games, E-League. K-Dop won Universal Open Season 1 with Panda, the 2v2 event. Like, genuinely ridiculous trophy cabinet. And yeah, K-Dop did definitely have a stint. Season 4 K-Dop, I think everybody agreed that's the best player in the world. One in chat if you remember. Oh, nearly a nice little team redirect there. Sorry for not really talking about the game, but this is such a I don't know, this is like 9 Lives are going to win. Like, there's nothing more to say about this. 9 Lives are going to win. And the rest of the matches today in North America will be better. Squishy better Season 4, not going to lie. I don't think even Squishy would say that. I think Squishy back then was watching Gale Force replays to see what he could improve on. Because he was always a big fan of watching the top EU teams and kind of seeing what they're doing. Because EU was definitely the best back then. Squishy more mechanical. He's more flashy. K-Dop is outrageously consistent though. Would I say that K-Dop and Monkeyman are like Nadal Djokovic? That's a pretty cool analogy. Yeah, Turbo could be like Federer. Maybe. Turbo could be Federer. K-Dop's Nadal, and then Monkeyman's Djokovic, but he's not yet won the last. He'll win another event, and then he'll become GOAT Djokovic. Okay, hold on. Game on. Who's Murray? That's a good question. Who is Andy Murray? Career ruined by injury. Violent fandom Murray. It's gotta be Scrub Killer, surely. Yeah, I guess it's Scrub Killer. Nah. Andy Murray is like a top 4 in his generation. And then top 15 all-time player in tennis. So he was like top 15 all-time. had a very brief stint as best in the world. I don't know. Rise wrist. That's quite funny. Squishy's MJ, Justin, LeBron. The LeBron and MJ of Rocket League are both Europeans. It's probably just K'd up a Monkey Moon. Because aren't LeBron and Monkey Moon? Aren't LeBron and MJ just the unanimous top 2 in basketball history? So obviously it's going to be K'd up Monkey Moon.
And you know, this one I think a little bit of a head scratcher, Stacks.
Yeah, K'd up and MJ, Monkey, LeBron.
Game 1, a beatdown from 9 lives.
RL doesn't have an MJ.
It was impressive how Netherlands America Canada brought it back.
Monkey Moon is Jokic.
They dominated game 2, and in game 3,
no athleticism.
if you remember back, I believe that was the game.
Right, let's see if Twisted Minds are, well, we're going to close this out soon. MENA final starts very soon. I was going to show you guys, do you guys want to see an amazing diagram? Wait, I just realized it doesn't actually show it on stream. Why does it not show it? I made a paint window, but it's just empty. I actually drew on it, but on screen it just looks like this. Why does it do that? That's weird.
اير دريبل جميل لكن ما عنده بوس يكمل الاير دريبل. رايز بالتصدي على طول. رايز كل مرة لهم بالمرصاد في كل هجمة متواجد للدفاع ويحاول الدفاع للهجوم بشكل مباشر. الآن تحلم.
You don't think Kronovi was undisputed best? Well, I remember when Kronovi was World's MVP. I think he was my pick for World's MVP. Kronovi was. But back then, I don't think many people I talked to had him as like undisputed best player in the world, even when he was World's MVP, because Cuxer was like everybody's pick for best in the world back then, and Cuxer was just second place at Worlds, best player in his team. So Kronovi was MVP of World Season 1 for sure. But undisputed best in the world, I don't think so, because immediately before and after, they were losing, and Cuxer was winning immediately before and after. So yeah, Cuxer was kind of like too good for anyone else to be undisputed best other than him. Twisted Minds are looking pretty good, as you can see, but apparently Rise is in Europe for this event, so I don't think Rise is got good ping.